We're beginning our review video for section 5.7. That's chapter 5, section 7. And of course, we always start with our learning target. So here's the learning target for today. We're going to solve problems using a percent equation. Solve problems using a percent equation. Well, we need a definition here. So a percent equation is an equation equivalent form of the percent proportion in which the percent is written in decimal form. All right, so we have the part equals the percent times the whole number. All right, we'll do some examples of how that'll work. Please write that equation down, you'll need it. Find 30% of 450. So the word find is our unknown. So we'll say n, our unknown, or our part is equal to 30%, written as a decimal, so it's 0.3 of 450. All right, so 0.3 times 450. And if I actually multiply that, I'm going to do a little bit of estimate here. I'm going to say that 10% is 45 times 3. 45 times 3 would be 135. 135, so my part is equal to 135. 135. 20% of 315, I'm going to do a little estimate here on this one too. I'm going to say, well, 10% of 315 would be 31.5. So I'm going to double that, and I'm going to say that is 63 is 20% of 315. To work that out, my percent equation, I'll say that the part is equal to 20 in decimal form, which is 0.2 times 315. So 0.2 times 315 does equal 63. Here we've got one where it says 102 is what percent of 150. So here I've got my part, which is the 102, is equal to an unknown percent times the 150. To solve that, I need to divide both sides by 150. And I'm left with percent then is equal to 102 divided by 150. And I'm going to use my calculator for that. 102 divided by 150 equals 68%. 35 or 135 is what percent of 250? So I'm going to say, well, 135 is my part, is equal to what percent, that's my unknown, my percentage that's unknown, of or times 250. Divide both sides by 250. I'm left with just the percent then is equal to 135 divided by 250. And I get 54%. 54%. Okay. 144 is 45% of what number? 144 then is my part. This is my part. This is my percent. I'm just going to use the percent symbol. And this is my whole number. The whole number. So I'm going to say 144 is equal to 0.45 times what number? Well, to find out what that is, I need to divide both sides by 0.45. That leaves W is equal to 144 divided by 0.45, which comes out to be 320. The bottom one here, 186 is 30% of what number? So 186 is my part. That's equal to 0.3 times what whole number? I'm going to divide both sides by 0.3. Right, these cancel out, just leaving W. And 180 divided by 0.3 is equal to 600. 600. And I see I did that one wrong. Let's go back and correct that one. I misread the answer, the starting number here, so let's make a little correction. It should be 186 is equal to 0.3 of what number? So again, I divide both sides by 0.3, and the whole number is equal to 186 this time, divided by 0.3, which is 620. Right. Here's a summary, a concept summary. It says what number, meaning what part, is, if I think of is as my equal sign, so this is my unknown, here's my equal sign, that's from the word is, 25% of 60. So here, I've got 15 is, that's my equal sign, is, what percent, that's my unknown, what percent, so I'll just put percent symbol in there, of, or that means times 60. The bottom one, 15, is the equal, 25% of, which means times, what number? So here's a quick way to look at the equations or the unknowns. What is it I'm looking for? And what would be the equation that I have at the end? The price of a sweater is $75. The sales tax is 5 3/4%. What is the total price of a sweater? There's two different ways to do this. One is to find out the sales tax and then add it to $75. So I'm going to do it that way first. I'm going to say that the sales tax is equal to 5 3/4%, so that's 0.0575, that's my percent, times the original price or the whole number, which is $75. I'm going to use my calculator to figure that out. And I get $4.31. So the sales tax is equal to $4.31. Of course, I have to add to that the $75. So I'm going to get $79.31. Second way to do that, so I'm going to erase this. Well, no, I'll do it here. I'll do it here just in a different color. Second way to do that is to find out the total price, the percentage of the total price. So I can say the total price is going to be equal to, well, it's the 100% for the original price plus the sales tax. So it's 100, or 1 would be 1.0575 times the 75, the original cost. So I'm going to do that math on my calculator. And I get $79.31. The total price is $79.31. These two are equivalent. It's whichever one you prefer. You could use whichever makes it easier for you. Let's do this second one. Take a moment to do that, and then come back and check the video to see if you're correct. Sales tax. The price of a pair of shoes is $60. The sales tax is 5%. What's the total price? Again, method number one, I'm going to calculate the sales tax. All right. And I'm going to say that is equal to the percent, which is 0.05, times the whole object, which was $60. So I can do that math on my calculator, and I can find out that it's $3. So the total price would be 3 plus the 60, which would be $63. Or I can do it all in one step, and I can say the total price is equal to the price of the object plus 0.05%, so 1.05 times 60, 1.05, I'm going to turn to my calculator just to check. Does come out to be $63. Either way works just fine.